Alright, hey guys, I want to go over GUIs again because apparently a couple of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about when I talk about them. I guess it'd make a good video because it'd get some views. People that have no idea what they are would actually realize what they are and what they're used for and how they're used. So I'm not a good teacher or anything, but let's see how this goes. Alright, so started GUI is what you place this GUI in, which is right here. The screen GUI is kind of your way of putting stuff into the player's screen. So once you have that in, inside the screen GUI, put in like a text button, and let's have it say, let's have it say, boom. Alright, let's name it bomb. And alright, so let me go over this. These two you don't have to worry about. Background color 3. I'm gonna go over size real quick. Size, this, let me show you what 1 looks like as the first values. Covers up the whole screen exactly as it looks like. It won't go over, but it'll just make the text in the very center. Let's see. The second values back here are pixels, so it's a lot easier to work with. I don't know, let's have them say, oh yeah, okay, let's go over this. Background color 3, that's pretty much what the background looks like, so I guess I'll just make mine white. Background transparency, self-explanatory, I'll make mine 0.4. Border color, I'm not going to use mine, but it just makes the sides a certain color. You have to have border size per pixel as either 1 or it won't work. I'm going to put mine as 0 so you can't see the outside of it. And I'm going to put its position as -1 right here to cover up that pixel that was covering the border. Oops. So let's see. The visible, this is if you want to make it invisible or not. Here is if you want to make it look like a Roblox button. Yeah, you gotta change text colors. I don't like them personally. They look kind of childish. Selected. I think that's if you want the player to be able to click on it. I'm not sure. I never actually use it. What is this? Anyways, don't use that either. None of these, well, draggable you might use, but you wouldn't use it with a text button. Or would you? I don't know. I never use draggable. I pretty much just use text buttons, and if you click them, stuff happens. The font, self-explanatory. Let's see. 18, 24, 36 fits. I think 48 is going to go. Oh, 48 works perfect. Alright, text is boom. Text color, make that whatever you want. No, that looks really bad. Alright, let's just make it black. Text scaled, that means if you want it to be as big as the button. So, for instance, suppose the size was 25. It'll automatically scale the text to that. Makes it a lot simpler because it just fits as much text as you can. Text wrapped, that makes it so, okay, let me remove text wrapped and let me type in stuff. See how it goes off to the side? Now if you do text wrapped, it'll force it in there. I think you have, yeah, you have to have text scaled also on. But yeah, that just makes it a lot simpler. Back when they first made GUIs, I remember that. You didn't have either of these, and you just had to manually make a new button if you wanted a new row. I think there's another way of doing it with scripting, but I didn't like it. Alright, so this is the text button now. Everyone who goes in the game can see it now. Let's do something with it. Let's put a script in it. I'll go over the whole script like I've never taught you guys anything about scripting. So let me just type some stuff first. Alright, let me explain what this is now. Function is pretty much a piece of code. Anything inside of it, it'll run as soon as you call the function. Now the function is click. You could name click to whatever you want, but you have to have these two parentheses after it. You could put stuff inside the parentheses for stuff like, suppose a brick hits a brick. You could put the brick right here and you could just reuse that brick over and over. I explained that pretty bad, so I'm just not going to go over it right now because it's not important. You need the end back here because I don't know how to explain this any other way, but as long as there's a blue word up here, there needs to be an end down here or somewhere along the script. Script.parent, that's the script, and its parent is bomb. Bomb's parent is ScreenGUI, ScreenGUI's parent is StarterGUI, and StarterGUI's parent is game. So eventually everything's parent goes into game, and game's parent is the engine, I think. So yeah, once the person mouse button one down means clicks with their left mouse button, connect it to the function listed here. So that's kind of the cool part. You can make a special piece of code run as soon as someone does something, so they trigger it like pulling a gun. Inside here you could put whatever you want. I'm going to make this simple and do, hold on, let me type this out first. Yeah. Alright, let's go through real quick. I'm going to do something. Alright. I already know exactly how many parents you need to go up, but I'm just going to show you guys. You could do this with the local script, but I don't know, I just don't like local scripts at all. I like doing it the slower way, or the older way. So here's the boom button. It doesn't do anything right now. Alright, so player, CO, you have the player GUI, the screen GUI you just made, the bomb in the script. So the script's parent is bomb, which parent is screen GUI, which parent is player GUI, which parent is you. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 parents. Alright, so you want it to go into the player, but it doesn't quite work like that. So you have to do something you don't see. Hold on, that character.torso. I'll go into game and show you guys. Something you can't see with your player in the Explorer is that you have something called a character, which is pretty much your player in game. They don't show you it, but it works just like the player that's shown in the workspace. It's just hidden in players. Hold on. Alright, this is loaded. Alright, so you click boom. Oh, I forgot one quick thing to set its position. Oh well. Anyway, so you see, it works. It parented it to your character. There's no error code. Click the button, there's an explosion. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, inside here is your character, but you can't see it because they just hide it from you. I'm not sure why they do that actually. So let's parent the explosion to our torso. Or let's make its position. Oh, I think there's one quick thing I forgot to mention. This thing's called the tag, the X. You could make it X anything you want, and you could just reuse it over and over. It's a simple way of saying, like, I don't know, suppose you're reading a book and it says John pooped himself, and then it goes John went to go get some toilet paper, and then it says John went to go get some more pants, then it says John went to go get some more underwear. Instead of saying John, it usually says he, so that's kind of what this is doing. It's making a shortcut so you don't have to type as much. And you can't just type he or whatever, that just makes no sense in here. And it's just a quick shortcut. Dot position, you want the explosion's position to be your position. I remember when I first started scripting, I made some really in-depth like admin GUIs where I could select a player and make oh man, I was such a dick doing this, but I went in Script Builder and I made this drop down list of names, and this is probably boring you guys, but what I did was I made this drop down list of names, and there was another list that I made for a drop down, and I could do anything I want to them. So I could kick them, I could ban them, I could make them explode, give them a force field, I could teleport them to me or me to them, and I pretty much could do anything I wanted. And it pissed them off a lot because they had no idea what it was. And it was fun doing that, but then I realized how much of a dick I was doing it. So I continued doing it for a little bit, and then I just stopped because, I don't know, I just got on to bigger things. Anyways, so let's close this. Oops, no, I don't want to save this. So that's how the text button works. And, ooh, I guess I could show you guys something cool. Insert objects. Alright, a text box is the same thing as a text label, except you can't click it. When you do, you edit it. You edit its text. So let's make the text password here. Yeah, let's make this Arial bold, and let's make the size 48. Right. And there we go. That's another button. Text scaled and text wrapped. Alright, so let's make this look pretty. And there we go. All good. Right, inside here, we could pretty much just copy the script, paste it in here, and edit it. So what we could do is while true do wait our end. Again, I said if you see any blue stuff, you don't have to make a new end for this because all the blue stuff is on one line. You have to have an end, so I did that. And while true do means keep doing this over and over and over again. So let's make something. Let's make a tag. You could use a tag in different ways. So let's make x equal 0. Yeah, sure, 0. If x is not equal to 0, then I gotta make another end. If script.parent.text equals to, you have to write two equals because it's checking if it is equal to and not changing it. So there's a big difference there, checking and changing. So let's make the secret password poo, and we have to make another end. Then I don't know, workspace dot part remove. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, one quick thing. X equals 1. I'll explain what this does. Alright, it's gonna go through the script over and over again. X is 0, so if X is equal to 0, which it is right here, it's gonna check if the script's parent, which is text box text. If this pretty much just says poo. If it says poo, remove a part in the workspace. I have two parts in here, so it'll remove those. Well, one by one. Then I'll change X to 1. What this does is it makes it so you can't run this twice. You don't want to do that because if you keep it running over and over again, it's just gonna either lag up the game really bad, or it's just gonna be abusive, or just really bad. And here, oh, looks like we forgot a then. Yeah, you have to write the then because that's kind of the way of finishing off the statement or the question. I've actually tended to forget then and do at the end of the things a lot. So let's make the password poo, let's enter it. Something's not working right. Poo. Yeah, the thing says poo. Let's see what it is. Text box. Script.parent.text equals to poo. Oh, if x is equal to 0, that's the problem. I was doing if x is not equal to 0, which means if it's anything but 0, continue the rest of the script. So that's pretty much why that messed up. Alright, so let's enter in the secret poo password, and it just removed the part in the workspace. So that worked. Now you can make secret passwords, except I'd recommend you make an enter button, and pretty much what the enter button would do is you have a separate button right here, and you could code this yourself now, you actually know how to do it. Do if the script's parent.parent, so it would be screen GUI, and then it would find the text box name, which would be this, which would be text box right here. So do if it's, I don't know, this is really complex, or really hard to explain, but let's see, how can I explain this? So suppose the secret thing, actually I could do this right here. Alright, so hold on, I could completely move the script right here, and I can make the bomb button be the button that says enter. Alright, there we go. Oops, oh well. Alright, so script parent.text box text is equal to poo. Then let's make another end. Print success. I think I spelled that right. So what this does is show you. You type in the password here, but it doesn't automatically detect it. You gotta press the enter button. Why I say do this is because it's just a lot less laggier. So boop, then I have to press enter, and it's gonna say success every time I press enter. Change it to something else, and it's not gonna work. Some cool stuff you could do is else, which means if that's not the case, then do this, which means print. So we could do something else here, so like print no, you must die. So let's do script.parent character torso remove. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me explain what this does. Suppose they do not enter the correct password and they try entering. It's going to print right here. You can't see the print when you're in a game, like a public game, but this is just for coding or scripting. If the password's not poop or poo, then it's going to print you must die, and it's going to kill you, and it's going to wait 1 second, and it's going to print try again. You can add, I think you can only add one. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so let's say I type in the correct password, poo. It's going to say success. Now say type in po, and I type enter. It's going to kill me and say you must die. Now it says try again. There we go. Now it killed me again, and it says you must die. Try again. So that's a nice way of punishing people for trying to go in if they're not allowed to go in. You could do some really cool stuff with this. You could give yourself like admin GUI, and yeah, you could make an admin GUI for like your client or whatever you want to do. Yeah, this has been a scripting tutorial. I don't know if I've asked this before or not, but the thing that keeps me motivated to make more and more is if you guys like them and subscribe. I don't really care about favorites, but if you like the video, that's pretty much all I want. You don't have to ask for comments because you guys already give me tons of those, which I love. And see you guys next time. Bye.